There is no such thing as instant equity uplift. It is not that easy to make money in property. How can a property investor make 50 grand within a month of buying a house? You know those Facebook posts bragging about making $50,000 on a newly purchased investment property before they've even settled? Spruikers use this as their marketing pitch. This client made $70,000 in 6 months. This client made $40,000 in 2 weeks. None of these can be proven, nor can they be disproven, because you need to sell a property to find out whether it's true or not. And the 5-star reviews on a Spruikers website, they're given before these people have even settled on the properties that they've just purchased, right when they're experiencing that euphoria of having just bought. It's also fueled by commitment bias. This is what happens to us when we make a big purchase or a big decision. Our brains are wired to justify that decision, to make us feel like it was a smart thing to do. I want to see what those same people say in 10 years, when real data can be used to track the success or otherwise of today's investment decisions. And just because a valuer said a property is worth something does not necessarily mean that a buyer will pay that money for it. Valuers are not infallible. And if you see those claims about buying under market value, well, that's a pet favorite of mine. Under market value according to who? The best indicator of market value is what a willing vendor sold to a willing buyer. That willing buyer is you if you're the person that just bought it under market value, which means that you're the one that just set market value. Look, don't get me wrong, sometimes there are opportunities and great deals can be done, but these are the exception rather than the rule. Let's be real, I've been in this game over 20 years, and these sorts of deals without any competition, they're rare. If it's that good, there's usually another buyer nipping at our heels. So if you bought a house without competition, got it revalued, and then claimed instant equity uplift, you probably just struck it lucky with the valuer. Or perhaps it's a rising market in which everything's going up, and that does not make you that clever. It happens on the way down too. Have you heard of settlement risk? It can be a real problem with off the plan and new builds. If the market's falling in the time between when the price was set and settlement occurs, these properties can end up being worth less than when they were bought. Just remember, instant equity uplift, if it's not created through a clever renovation or a rising market, then it's probably bullshit. I'm all for more truth and transparency and trust in the property industry. And if you'd like to find out more about what I've been working on to help you make better property decisions, check out my website, veronicamorgan.com.au.